time to look at this really sweet 2005 Dodge Viper. Let's get started.
Wizard, have you lost your mind?
No, it's basically a Viper. It is an SRT 10. Under the hood is a beautiful Viper engine. It has Viper styled seats, all kinds of things Viper about it. Transmission is actually a Dodge Viper T56. It is another one of Eurasian Bob strikes again. This thing has 29,000 miles on it. As far as miles go, it has not even reached its warranty yet. Obviously it has with time, but it is so low on miles. Eurasian Bob actually has a customer interested in this, but he also knew that the transmission's having some issues shifting, and Eurasian Bob does not sell cars to people that need tons of major work. He likes to have them sorted, ready to go on the lot. So the truck is here. We've actually got the transmission out. It's going to go off to be rebuilt and be put back in. But while it's here, we'll show you guys what this beautiful truck looks like and what's all entailed to get the transmission out. Let's look around this thing. So here we are with this beautiful Dodge Ram. It's called the SRT 10 like I mentioned, and it is in immaculate condition. We'll go ahead and walk around this thing. We have it on the 4-post lift because we didn't need a 2-post to do this job, and we didn't want to tie up a 2-post. We are actually kind of full in the shop right now. It has this beautiful cladding. It says SRT 10. It's got the really nice wheels. I don't think that there's a scratch or a ding or a rust bubble or anything anywhere on this truck. I have no idea what he was asking for or what it's selling for. It's not even, it doesn't matter because it's going to be sold anyways. But I really like the metallic blue stripes that go down the hood, the roof, and the rear tonneau cover, the hard cover. This thing looks like a brand new truck. Even all the lenses are crystal clear. It does have really sweet exhaust on it. It sounds amazing. Obviously we can't start it and let you guys hear it because the transmission is out of it. We're not going to do that. Then again, down this side, an immaculate, beautiful truck. Whoever is buying this thing is getting a really sweet truck. I'm kind of jealous actually of them. The engine in this thing is amazing. Let's go take a look at that, guys. This one has a really big front bumper cover on it, kind of the style with the Viper styling, the SRT 10 bumper. It looks really, really nice. It also says on the hood, Viper powered. And they're not lying, guys. Let's get this hood open and show you. Look at that beautiful engine. It's almost the level of a Ferrari. It is so sweet looking. It's amazing. This thing has a little over 500 horsepower and over 500 pound-feet of torque. I think it's 525 or 550, something like that. You can see it has an aftermarket Volant air intake on it. You guys have seen several videos in the past where we've done several sets of Gen 1 Viper head gaskets. Luckily, this is not going to be the case on this one. It has some headers on it. It sounds so sweet. I wish I could start it for you guys, but we need to get work done. We need to get this going. The customer wants to buy it, so we gotta get the transmission out, which is already out. Again, this is a very powerful engine, and Mrs. Wizard commented that she can see the ground. So that's kind of strange that you get an upgraded, larger engine, but yet there's more clearance inside the engine bay. It's really cool. Let's go ahead and look in the interior at the Viper upgrades.
There you go, ladies and gents. Like you said, 29,581 miles. So this thing really has nothing on it. If we look, it has some really nice gauges, and again, they like to put SRT in a few spots. We're going to see that all over the place in here. As we move up just a little bit, we'll see the camera doesn't wash us out. There we go. I cover up our light there. You can see it has an oil temperature gauge. It has SRT again. Uncover there. Look at that dash. This has been a garage princess for sure. Look at that. This is a hard plastic dash. There's not even a hint of a mark, a scratch, even very few particles of dust. This thing is in amazing shape. As we move down, Again, has some nice chrome accent pieces over there by the glove box and around our radio HVAC system. On our sticker, it does say SRT10. It is 79 of 200. Not quite halfway through its production run. And as we scroll down further, we'll see, oh, well, yes, the gear shifter, it has been removed because, of course, the transmission is gone. And as I said earlier, yes, you can see the ground, even in the cabin area. If we move to the door cards, you'll see, again, lots of dark gray in here, and it looks really sweet. It has a nice chrome accent there on the door as well, and our seats have a little more SRT10 on it as well, with some blue stitching on the seat as well. As we slide back, obviously we have no back seat in here, but we do have one very impressive Infinity audio system speaker there. Very impressive. As we end up near our steering wheel, you see it does have a nice push button start with a very obvious red button there, hard to miss. And again, nice RAM steering wheel, obvious some simple controls there. This part is standard for RAM, not part of that SRT package or the Viper part, but does have some of that accented blue stitching in the steering wheel as well. So this is looking really good. I'm kind of curious what it looks like on the underneath.
So one thing these Dodge Rams have that's really cool, and I've seen this not just on the SRT10, is that the power steering runs the cooling fan. You can see the pressure hose and return hose and all that, and there's solenoids. But your power steering pump runs a servo that turns the fan. It's kind of cool. It's had a recent oil change, and this is the big Viper V10 above our head. This is something you don't see on Dodge Rams, is scoops that actually funnel air to the brakes to cool the brakes. Really interesting. They have big, beefy brakes on this thing too. It is a two-wheel drive, just like a Viper would be. Here's our big, beefy brakes again. Everything looks pretty decent there. Here's our big, giant oil pan. And then we have a giant empty space where the transmission used to be, the Tremec T56 6-speed, but it has been removed, so it's all missing here. You can see that we did have to do a clean cut on the exhaust. We will weld it back on when we go together because whoever put this exhaust system on, from the engine all the way to the back, was full welded. There were no joints that could come apart, so we had no choice. We just put a coupler on, weld it on. It'll be just as good as the welds here on the muffler themselves. It's too bad that we had to do that, but there is no other way around it. Because of the way it goes over the axle here, it would never clear. The exhaust goes up through here. There was just no way to make it work, so that kind of was a bummer. Here's our big clutch, and you can look at the clutch disc there, the black line, and it's in very, very good shape. It does not need a new clutch. Everything looks good there. So this thing has so much torque that it would be known to really twist the leaf springs really hard if you got on it. And one of the things they did to solve it is to put these helper springs, like torque bars, with little jounces on it, and also there's a yellow shock absorber up there tied to the top of the differential to keep the rolling motion to a minimum. Kind of a really neat setup. Here's our fuel tank. Nothing leaking, no issues. Let's go ahead and head to the back. There's the back of our differential with a nice finned cover to cool it because there is tons of power going through that thing. Here's our spare tire, and it does have air in it, which is good. And the tires are also in good shape. Rear brakes are big jumbo brakes in the back as well, and they are good as well. Bilsteins all around. Everything looks really good, really clean, as to be expected with such low miles and such a great condition. So let's get this thing on the ground. So here we have the Tremec T56. It even has a fancy Dodge Viper emblem right here, denoting that it is a Viper transmission. This has a Hurst shifter, not a hearse. This isn't a funeral. Hurst shifter. There's the mount, the bolts, and various other pieces that we had to take off to get this thing out. It has some shifting issues going on. That's going to be sent off to be addressed. Eurasian Bob is covering the bill on this, and when we receive it back, we'll put it back in, and then the customer who wants to buy this so bad can have it fully sorted, ready to go. Here we have the bell housing. You can see the slave cylinder is inside the transmission area, or the bell housing area. It's not external like some of the older models, so if this starts leaking or if this goes out, you have to pull the transmission to get to it. It kind of sucks. Ford's did that for the longest time, and here we are with this as well. But this is your throwout bearing. This goes into the pilot bearing. This is our spline shaft. The actual slave cylinder bolts in here. So that's pretty much what makes up the front of this transmission. These are some of the easier transmissions to take out that don't have four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, or anything weird going on. This is just a standard two-wheel drive transmission. If it were like a C6 Corvette or a Maserati Grand Sport or something like that, it would require a whole lot of work and hours of work. This didn't take very long, about half a day, and we had it out on the ground. You can see here the shifter goes into here. It can also, there's a position here for a shifter. This is the tail shaft. This is where the drive shaft slides in. Here's either our reverse or neutral safety. And there's probably a speed sensor or something over there. We've got everything cleaned up. Eurasian Bob's going to pick this up here pretty soon, and then he's going to have it sent off. It might be gone for a week or two, so this will sit in the background. You'll see it back there for a little while. We're waiting for this to get done. And as soon as it's done, it'll go back in and out the door. So if you're curious what kind of tools we're going to use or have used on this really sweet SRT10 truck, check my Amazon affiliates link in the description below. We get a small cut and we really appreciate it. And there's lots going on in the shop and on the bus. You make sure you hit the subscribe button. You don't want to miss out. Thanks for watching.